Hi everybody, I'm back today with another So Pretty project, just a little DIY. Thought I'd share with you. I want to make a matching scissor fob for these scissors to go with the spool, and I have just a piece of the ribbon still left, so I'm going to incorporate that. And I got out some flosses and pearl cotton and some beads, and I wanted to, when I was thinking about how I wanted to do this, I wanted to make sure that I didn't put it on the scissor finger hole, whatever that's called, and have it there permanently, because if it gets in my way sometime, I want to be able to remove it. So I had to think about how I could do that. And I think I've got a good plan, so I'm going to share the how-to with you today. All right, to start, I cut myself 30 inches, 30, of 3 different threads. You can make them all the same color, you can variety it up as you wish. I decided to use 2 greens and a rosy pink. Now put them together, and when you have them all together, fold it in half loosely. None of this is, you know, it has to be exact. It's all just okay. So at the fold, I approximated about 1 inch down on one side, and I put a paper clip. If you have a clamp or a clip or something else, you can easily do that. The point is to get it 1 inch below the halfway mark, just to know, we're going to start braiding the other way on the other half. We're going to start braiding here and braid this way. So we don't want the braid to undo there, which is why we're clamping it. Now, I have this old iron on here as a weight, as something I can use to make sure my braiding doesn't, to help me keep the tension, I guess is how I'm going to put that. Now, that'll be different in a minute, but for this particular piece, for me, I've decided to use a clothespin and do this, just to give me the ability to do this on camera in front of you. Okay, so what I'm going to do to start is, with these 3 different colors, I'm going to braid approximately 2 inches. Just regular, right over the middle, left over the middle, right over the middle, and just keep going, like I said, until I have approximately 2 inches. And the reason I'm using 2 different color, or 3 different color threads, is just to give the cord some color. Now, this particular 2 inches that I'm braiding at the moment is going to be the loop at the top of the fob's braid. And the loop is going to allow us to be able to take it off and put it on to the scissors without it being permanent. Now let's see, that might be just about right. A couple more. I think that's probably it. Yep. Okay, so hold the braid where you've completed, and where you've clipped it or paper clipped it or whatever, fold it in half so that both, now the loose ends are together and your braided loop is a loop. Now we're going to paper clip again just to start, and I am going to again attach it here just till I'm going, and then I'm going to attach it differently. I just want to make sure the braid doesn't undo. Now what I'm going to do is match the colors back up. So I'm going to put the two rosy pinks together. I'm going to put the two dark greens together. Oops, I've come undone. Start that again. A clip probably would be work better here, but I don't have clips. Okay, try that again. Two rosies together, two dark greens. Two light greens. Put that away. There. And now tighten. So I'm going to loop the loop around this to hold it for me while I start braiding. Another idea would be a C-clamp. If you had a C-clamp to attach to a shelf or something, you want whatever you're working on to give you some tension as you're doing the braiding. Okay, so starting where I ended off, I am going to start braiding with double threads this time. So two roses, two medium greens, two dark greens. And at the first few twists, we're going to be awkward because the threads were apart, but we're going to just keep putting them together. So and then once you get going, it's super easy from here. Now the bead part, I'm not sure yet. I haven't really put a lot of thought into that, but I would like to incorporate a couple of beads in this, I think. Okay, I'm about an inch down from the top, from the loop. So I'm going to stop there for now. Put my clip back on, and I'm going to get a bead and see if I can't load a bead onto at least one of these threads. I'm not sure that all my beads will go through all of them. I love these because they're like sea glass. They've been ground a little bit, I think. So on this rosy one, I am going to try and feed both of them through, but we'll see if that works or not. The trick with pearl cotton, like when we try and thread regular thread through needles and that, we tend to moisten it a little bit, but with pearl cotton, the suggestion is not to do that, because if anything, you loosen it. So it's better to keep the pearl cotton dry. There, I got one in. Look at that success. It's kind of weird creating on camera for you because, you know, I've not done this, so it's kind of just a fly by the seat of my pants kind of thing. Okay, I'll take my clip back off and start braiding again, see if that works. That was the last one, so we'll go this way. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to give it a shot. Well, it's not lying the way I want it to. Well, maybe it'll keep, if we keep going, it'll go. No, I don't like that at all. No, I don't. Okay, I'm taking that out. I've changed my mind. I guess I'm not adding beads. In my imagination, I thought that would work. Maybe if I did a macrame type of thing. But that's not what my plan is. So I guess I'm just going to do a braid. Oh, that's a bit sad. Okay. Oh wait, I don't need that. I'm braiding. All right, back to braiding. Now, for the braiding part, I decided probably about 4 inches would probably be plenty long for a fob. This cording is turning out pretty. I don't think my beads have a big enough hole that I can put all the cords in at the end, but I might give that a try when I get to the end here. Let's see. Almost. Okay, I'll stop there. Put my little clip back on. Now, let's see if I can do this. I don't think so, though. Those 2 cords was plenty. Well, maybe. Let's see. No. And I don't think if I use a needle threader, let me see, I'll be back. Okay, I was able to load all 6 strands on a very large-eyed blunt end needle, and this needle goes through the bead. I checked that first, So this technically should work, but we'll see. It might just be too much. All right, not all at once. Well, maybe. I think if I did 2 at a time, it would work, but I think I'm getting somewhere. So I'm just going to keep going here. Nope. Okay. Let's start over again. I'm determined to load this bead onto all 6. So I'm going to just start with 2 at a time and see how that goes. Yes. Okay, and 2 more. Yay. Okay. There. Nice. Okay. I like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ribbon that's the match that I had left over from my spool scissor holder, and I'm going to cut myself a piece that I'm going to want to put as the end square. Let's see. Yes, this one right here. Now I'm going to fold down the ends so that they're on the inside. Finger press them there. I'm also going to take a small scrap piece of the batting, the cotton batting, and put it inside, folded, like so. And let me pin that just so I don't lose that. And then I'm going to cut my threads long enough that I can tuck it in here, but not so long that it's going to be huge and bulky. So maybe 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to incorporate it inside. Pin it again. Making sure I have the threads Now, I'm not going to do this on camera, but what I'm going to do with the same embroidery floss that I used on here to do the tiny blanket stitch, I'm going to do a tiny blanket stitch around. I'm not sure if across the bottom, probably not, but I'll go up, across, and then down the side, and I'll come back and I'll show you how that looks. Okay, I finished the blanket stitching and it turned out so cute. How I started is I buried my knot inside, then did tiny blanket stitches around, and I'm going to call this charming more than perfect, but that's okay. It is very charming. When I got to the corners, I did one stitch, and then I changed directions, and I went in the same hole as that stitch before the corner, and then pulled the thread to the other side. So it kind of made a little triangle stitch. I did that on both corners. When I got to the part where the braided fob is, I made sure when I put the needle through that I was catching the braid, so that that's holding in 2 or 3 different stitches, and on the bottom. It's not, if I probably pulled tight, it probably would come loose, but I'm never going to pull that tight, so or hard. I'm not going to pull that hard, but yeah, so that's holding the braiding inside. And then when I finished, I made a knot and then pulled it through till it hurt just like on when you quilt and you pull the knot through on the bottom of the quilt. All right, so that's it. It is adorable. Thank you for allowing me to do this kind of thing. If you're interested in me maybe giving more tutorials to make so pretty things, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, because that'll encourage me. I've had so much fun doing these two. Okay, so to put the fob on the scissors, I love that this is removable. So I've made it so that the little pillow thing can go through, and it can be temporary as I want it to be. There. Nice, eh? If it gets in my way, I can easily take it off. Doesn't have to be permanent. And it so matches. So pretty. All right, thanks for watching.